Good morning. Can you hear me? I'm using this lapel mic for the first time. Your Excellency, Mr. Thierry Matou, Ambassador of France to India, Ms. Bénédicte Épinay, President and CEO of the Comité Colbert, distinguished guests, good morning. We are absolutely delighted to welcome you to this luxury symposium organized by the Indo-French Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which is the official bilateral business chamber promoting trade and business between India and France. Now, some of you in the room may not know what IFCCI does, so I'll just take a minute to explain that to you. IFCCI was set up 45 years ago in India by some of the most renowned business families in the country. And with this strong legacy, today we have emerged as one of the most active and dynamic bilateral business chambers in the country. We represent a network of close to 700 member companies, French companies and Indian companies. We organize more than 100 events a year, and we run 16 sector and functional committees, out of which the Luxury Committee is the latest addition. We also engage in policy advocacy and dialogues with the Government of India on both a central and a state level, and we help French companies set shop in India. So today, I'm actually standing here before you with immense pride and excitement as we present the symposium to you, because this was one of the first objectives that we had set when we launched the IFCCI Luxury Committee. I'm also so happy to welcome our guests from the Comité Colbert. We met a couple of times this summer in Paris, and we really did a lot of convincing. Of course, they didn't need much convincing because they already knew how important India is, but to see the fruits of all of these discussions that we had to this 5-day trip of theirs to India this week. So today's symposium is a significant milestone for us. Now, why is that? Number one, we feel that this is the first time that a trade body has organized a luxury event of this size, scale, and significance. And number two, we are really witnessing an intersection where on one hand, French and European luxury maisons and brands are looking at India with a keener eye, and Indian designers and craftsmanship is carving out a very niche and special space on a global scale. So I'd like to present to you very quickly our committee leadership. So we have Srimoy Bhattacharya. Srimoy, where are you? Can you stand up? Srimoy is chairing our committee, and she is the founder of People Advisory. She's Indo-French. She's been working for the past 3 decades in the space of public relations, communications, and strategic advisory. Ms. Swagata Botero, is Swagata here in the room, or maybe she's in a meeting? Swagata is India Affairs and Strategy Director at Cartier International. She's actually one of the few Indians in a very top position at a headquarter level in Paris. So a very important role to really make decisions on India and the India diaspora. And of course, Abhijit Patel, who could unfortunately not be with us today. He is the India Retail Manager of Hermes India. So thank you to our leadership. And next, of course, it's just to take you through briefly what are the objectives of this committee. So the idea is really to exchange in strategic knowledge and expertise for the sector, to have a unique voice for the luxury sector in India and engage in policy advocacy, because we know that there are a lot of topics to be pushed forward with the government authorities, exchange ideas, cultural appreciation, and of course, leverage Indian craftsmanship and heritage and the collaborations with these luxury brands. In terms of our implementation strategy, we will be organizing curated events, again, engaging in advocacy, creating a very strong community. So I really hope that all of you will sign up to become members of this committee. And of course, share knowledge and market intelligence. And finally, I'd just like to share that since the beginning of the year, we have actually had a few initiatives. On the next slide, we organized a lunch earlier this year with all of our brands in India to talk about their key issues of how they see their development in the country. We also organized a joint session with the French Chamber in UAE on India's emerging luxury opportunity. And of course, I was in conversation with Shefali Vasudev a couple of months ago on understanding India's affluence. Last but not least, I'm going to end here. I'd like to take a moment just to thank all of our partners who have really helped us in putting this together. I'd like to first thank, of course, the Embassy of France in India, Business France, cher Eric, Amandine from IFI, Atu France, Sheetal could not be here today, and of course all of our partners, DLF Emporio, Glyph Studio for the stunning creatives that you see, HSBC, Instituto Marangoni, Longform has done an amazing job on the communication strategy of this event. The wedding design company, you can see the beautiful setup we have today. Thank you so much to Vandana Mohan and her team. Of course, thank you to our supporting partners, Chandon, Grey Goose, and of course, Naina, our talented photographer. And our gifting partners, Good Earth, Jahnavi, Leela Palace, Maison des Parfums, Manam Chocolates, and Monique. So that's a lot in a day. Thank you so much, and I wish you an excellent symposium.